Welcome everyone to the Atlanta pre-race show. I got Rory Picks with me again this week, and we're going to go over the Atlanta Cup race. Hopefully, help you guys with your fantasy and 36 for 36 picks and betting and all that good stuff. How you doing today, Roars?
I'm doing awesome. Got up,
Yeah,
yeah, just laying around in the bed on this nice rainy ass morning. But other than that, I got to go pick up a damn errand for the old lady that I didn't know about. So we're going to do this on the iPad in the car.
all right. We'll see how it goes.
I think we'll be all right.
If you guys are watching, give us a like, give us a share, let everyone know. Um, We're going to try to do this every week this year. We'll see how it goes. I know there's a couple weeks I won't be able to do it, but we'll see. Thanks for joining us. And with that, we'll start talking about the race. Um, as you can see, race length today in Atlanta. And I'm just going to call it Atlanta. I know it's Echo Park, but to me, it'll always be Atlanta. They don't pay me nothing to say it. So 260 laps, stage one, 60 laps, stage two is 100 laps, stage three is also 100 laps. They have 9 sets of tires. There is a new right side tire this week that could lead to more wear, which is what we always want. I do have concern. I don't think it's going to matter that much today because it is very cold. I think I saw the highs like in the 40s today. So that could, I mean, if it's hotter, it would matter a lot more. But with this cold, I don't think it's going to matter that much. Fuel window 64 to 70 laps, same as last week. We'll be saving fuel a lot. You'll hear it a lot. No wet weather package, and yes, we do have lights. Did you watch any of the races yesterday, Roars? Oh, I think I lost them. Yeah, I lost Roars. All right, so we'll just move on. I thought both races yesterday were really good. Um, they finally beat Austin Hill, but it was more because Ross Chastain took him out. I mean, it was a big block, and he deserved to get punted, but yeah, he did what the other guys weren't willing to do, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Um, let me bring up the next thing here. So we got the 36 for 36 matchups and the matchups from NASCAR.com. 36 for 36. I said the same thing last week. I ended up going with Ricky Stenhouse in mine. That wasn't a bad pick. He provided pretty good points for being Ricky Stenhouse, so I was happy with that. This week, I'm going with Todd Gilliland or Zane Smith. I haven't decided yet. I think also you could look at, again, Cole Custer, Riley Herbst, Ty Dillon, Cody Ware. You don't want to use someone good. You kind of just want to, it's kind of a throwaway. At least that's how I treat it. People can play everything different. It's just the way I do it. For the matchups this week, they have the odds in here, but for the NASCAR Live, the odds don't matter. I would go Elliott over Reddick. I would go Hocevar over Busher. I would go Brad over Riley Herbst, and I would pick Zane Smith over McDowell today. I just think those would be my picks. I'm not really trying to get too fancy. Again, it's Atlanta plate style racing. We're not going to be doing many different things, so they'll all be saving. I think it'll spread out a lot more compared to Daytona. It won't be big pack racing, but we'll see. Could change. The tire could change it a lot. A bunch, there could be a big wreck early like there was last year, and it could change the racing a lot. Let me grab the next thing. So if you're playing DFS today, and like I discussed, Larkin was on here last week from Daily Fan Racing. He gave us some tips, and he has that free newsletter. I think it's very worthwhile to sign up for. Always has the optimals from the prior races in it. So I like to look at that, maybe figure out what's going on. Obviously, this week's chalk is going to be Alex Bowman, Todd Gilliland, Briscoe, Austin Dillon, Christopher Bell, Austin Cindric, Denny Hamlin. With the metric lineup, we're going to have a lot of good guys in the back. Do they ride around back there for a while? Do they try to press it and get up front quickly? I mean, anything can happen. Again, next week when we get to Coda, we'll have a lot more data and a lot more other things to talk about. But this week, it's kind of just rolling the dice to see what happens. And so you're going to see most people, they're going to go, those guys I mentioned, those 6 guys, I think you can squeeze them all in if you want. Be very chalky. I don't think you'd win a 20, I would save that for a single lineup cash lineup. I wouldn't worry about that. I think I got Rory back here. Hold on. I think you're back, my man. You got me? Nah, he's not there. All right. I'm just gonna go on. See if he can hear.
Yeah, Pat. Am I not back?
You're back. I got you.
That's
Yeah, you're
fucking
good.
piece of shit.
Yeah. All right, Roar's off. He keeps coming in and out, so we'll see if I can get him back. I'm going to start going through the lineup. Row 19s and the long shots. I mean, I don't really think either of these guys have a chance. They're going to not. Once we get green flag pit stops, they're going to lose a lot of space. I mean, I'm sure you will see them get a PR lap or two up front, but otherwise they're going to be in the back, just riding around hoping for wrecks. If you're going to bet these guys for stuff, you have to think how many wrecks are you going to have for that to happen. BJ's 500 to 1. JJ Yaley's also 500 to 1. I wouldn't even think of them for top manufacturers or anything like that. It's just not picks for I would want. Row 18, we've Todd Gillen at 70 to 1. I mean, him and Zane Smith were very good last year here. They didn't get the win, but they were up there up front. Bowman's also a guy that should be up front. He was very, good here last year. Let me see if I can get Rory back again. You got me?
Is it what? I mean, I've been listening to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
can hear
have
you
been
now.
listening. Yeah, I'll
All
be
right.
back
Well, you got any
home.
thoughts on?
Good for us is I'm gonna be back home like very shortly after I pick this up. It's not far, so
Yeah. All right.
but
You like either Gilliland or Bowman? Any thoughts on them?
Ty Gilliland has been very good here in the past at leading laps and running up front at times, but he always just seems to either I don't know get caught up in stuff or either it's his own doing or somebody else's. I don't know. Just one of those guys that's kind of like he has to be aggressive. This is his only chance, and stuff always seems to end up happening. I don't. And
Yeah, I mean,
Bowman,
he's starting in the back. They're way in the back, so the chances of that happening early, could take them out.
here's the thing with Bowman for me. Bowman to me, and I could be wrong about this, but I feel like anytime Bowman finishes good or like has a shot to win on a super speedway, I feel like it's just track position and he's there. I don't feel like he's the kind of guy that's going to come like through the field the last like 10 laps or so. I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me he's not one to make a lot of moves and get up there. He's just up there sometimes at the end.
Yeah, and he, usually pushing Elliott. He's usually pushing a Hendrick teammate. All right, row 17. We got Austin Dillon and Chase Briscoe. Dillon's 60 to 1, Briscoe's 22 to 1. Again, both good plate racers, drafting style guys. They should be up there. Both, have that Bass Pro Johnny Morris connection. You got anything on Dillon or Briscoe?
I feel like either one of those guys could win. I mean, this is just I don't know. It's such a hard. I feel like Atlanta's starting to get though where you got a little bit more drivability because the track's wearing in now. But I don't know. I guess at these spacer things, I feel like track position's your king. So I mean, if you can catch like a right timing on fuel strategy type stuff like that that gets you track position, I feel
Yeah.
like those are the guys more likely to be up there. Now I could see. I think Dylan. I think he could be competitive.
Yeah, yeah. Especially Kyle Busch had the that engine last week that looked really good. It seems they put some effort into that. Let's check out row 16. Zilich, who's in the Tootsie's car, he can't even go drink there, but he's sponsored by Tootsie's. That doesn't make sense to me. 50-1 and Bell at 18-1. Bell's kind of like he's sneaky. Zilich will probably again, like he got in that wreck last week. He's just got to run all the laps, learn as much as you can early in the season is how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zilich is trying not to tear up cars and get experience, and Bell can win anywhere. I mean, it's funny with him. Bell's so hard to predict. I feel like sometimes he comes out of nowhere and runs good at places that you weren't anticipating him to, and then other times you're anticipating him to be really good, and all of a sudden his car is just crap. I don't know. He's difficult for me to get a feel on sometimes.
Yeah, I think last year everyone thought he was gonna, dominate on the short flats, and it didn't happen as much as everyone expected. Um, Row 15, we got Denny Hamlin 18-1, Cindric 16-1. Two good plate racers are just stuck back here because those stupid lineups by the metric. Since we didn't get qualifying in, I could see both these guys running up front today. Besides that one race where Hamlin freaking, just rode at the back, remember in the playoffs because he was scared. Um, he's usually up there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't visit. I don't know if you went over this while I was out earlier. Like this track, I think it's starting to become a little bit more like old Daytona.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
getting there.
Yeah, okay. I I don't know. It seems like to me you can it's going to be more capable in the future is I
Yeah,
guess what I'm saying. Like today's race I think will show a whole lot for us for the second race coming up this year. I think you'll see a lot of the same guys up there. I think it's going to be drivers up there today.
especially with the new tires. If the new tires come through, I think handling will matter a ton. And I don't know, with the new Chevy bodies and Toyota got a new body last year, I think Ford's body is more, slick to run faster, where the Chevys and the Toyotas now have more handling, more downforce.
Yeah, I I agree with that. I think you're spot on with that. I think the new Chevy body style is going to be very nice for them this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Um,
All right. Row 14, we got Stone Cold Custard in the Andes Frozen Custard car at 100-1, and SVG at 80-1 in the Red Bull ride. I mean, it's nice to see the Red Bull ride back. I do like that. Him and Zilich bringing that back to NASCAR. Um, Cole's, I mean, they have a Hendrick Alliance, so he has a Hendrick engine. He could be up there. I mean, anyone could be up there. I think if the tires matter, I don't think you'll see these guys up there. But if if the tires don't matter, it's cold. I think there's going to be a lot of speed. You could see anyone up there.
yeah, that's one of those things where I think is two tires going to work today? How long
Yeah,
will two tires work today? Like if it works out at the right time, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot of ifs, like questions going into today where I don't really
if
feel comfortable like having a big card or anything of that nature. I would rather play DFS if I was going to play
yeah,
anything.
yeah, and it's just a lot of. If we had practice, we could probably answer these questions, but we don't get practice.
No practice,
Yeah, no
practice.
practice. Talking about practice. Row 13, couple of guys still looking for their official first wins. Ty Gibbs, 38-1, grandpa's boy, and Ryan Priest, 40-1. He's in the Red Baron car. I remember Ken Schrader back in the day to have that Red Baron car. Again,
I like
Priest,
the Red Baron.
yeah, RFK. Use again. Ford used to dominate here. Will that hold today with new Chevy bodies, new tires? We'll see. But again, like Rory said, I'm not. I threw a couple darts. I'm just having $25 bets. Was way way low on the units for me, or however you want to call it. I'm just this
I'm
isn't
live in
my
this.
wheelhouse. Yeah,
I'm just a big live guy. Like if I'm gonna burn money, I want to at least burn money on somebody that made it to stage three.
there you go.
Like I
You
mean,
got
I I don't know. I can't get a good feel. I kind of was feeling Chase Elliott coming into this, but Carlo, he's on Chase Elliott, so he's dead.
oh yeah, it's a death sentence.
Yeah,
Um,
so I don't know. I'm oh
some
I
days
have
it's okay to just be a fan and watch the race.
it is, and I'm not like I don't know. I'm just gonna sit back. I have a feeling that strategy is gonna come into play on this bad boy, and we're gonna be able to get somebody live late at a decent number. It may not be what they were pre, but who cares
Mhm.
if you win, right? CLV only matters if you win,
That's right. Doesn't pay the bills.
right?
All right, row 12. We got the legacy cars. Eric Jones, 61. Nemechek, 61. I know Bryce. Bryce. He loves Eric Jones. He said if
Bro,
the tires
I
matter, he
bet
loves.
I bet Bryce has money on both of these guys. I'm gonna text
Yeah,
him and ask him. I
he's
bet you
there.
he does.
He's there. Boots on the ground.
Oh snap! Hell yeah!
Yeah. So
Awesome.
again, top Toyota plays maybe. I kind of like that for these guys. If you got them earlier in the week at a lot higher numbers than probably are now. Row 11, we got Ross in the Wendy's ride at 25-1. That Wendy's car kind of looks good. And Blaney still rocking that stash, man, at 10-1. I'm sure Blaney will be leading the brigade today.
Oh, absolutely. I have a feeling. Logano has been good here
Yeah,
in the
I see.
past.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of big blocks today, and there's going to be some wrecks.
That's what that's why I was saying I'm a little hesitant. And this place is so cramped up and tight, depending on where that happens at, this could wipe out half the field at like one
Oh yeah,
time.
because you're going so fast, and you don't have as much. It's not like Daytona and Talladega. We're a mile shorter than those tracks, or a mile point one in the case of Talladega. Row 10, we got AJ Allmendinger 90-1, Michael McDowell 50-1. What was interesting to me last week was McDowell and Hostevar just rode in the back the whole race, and then just popped up at the end. Um, that may be the new strategy. Just save fuel, and he went almost 70 laps there at the end. He was going to be fine. So I think depending what they do, I mean, I wouldn't AJ. They have no, with them going to Ram in the Truck Series. There's no Chevy support. I wouldn't really look for those guys to do much this season. Maybe AJ at a road course, but other than that, I don't have any faith in them. All right, I'm going to move on to row 9. Ty Dillon and Cody Ware. I mean, guys that Ty Dillon's 150-1, Cody Ware's 200-1. Ty Dillon also, AJ's teammate. They don't have Chevy support. Cody Ware is in a Chevy now with RCR support. I don't really think either of these guys will be up there much today, but we'll see.
What? No CFW?
Yeah,
Come on.
no, I'm good on that. I mean,
Hey, at least he
if you want to do them for your 36 for 36, but I would probably use him more at like Daytona or Talladega. I think you need a little handling here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just messing with you. He does have at least that hot basketball player, Sophie Cunningham, wearing his gear. Wonder if
Oh
he's
yeah,
tapping that.
I don't even know who that is. I'm old man. I don't know shit.
She's a little tall, long-legged blonde.
She in the
She had on his maybe she just likes Arby's. I don't know.
is she in
She
the
had on
WNBA?
yes, the WNBA, not the whatever.
WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA. Yeah, I, my kids keep trying to get me to buy those trading cards, and I'm with my son, and I'm just like, no, I'm not
They worth
into it.
money?
Yeah, they can be if you get the right right stuff. I mean, not quite
Gotcha.
as much as NBA, you know, but
Mm,
hell, their cards are probably worth more than they get paid. Some of them.
that's fucked up.
That's it is very much.
All right, row eight. I think either of these guys could probably win today. Carson Hocevar 20-1, Larson 16-1. Larson's got that Valvoline ride today. It looks pretty sharp. Um, Hocevar, he's gonna. I mean, I was surprised Friday that he didn't make a move on Kyle Busch at all for the. I mean, on Friday, Saturday afternoon for the truck win. He kind of just stayed in line and pushed Kyle to the win. Maybe we got a new Carson Hocevar, but I don't think so today. I think he'll be taking every run and getting to the front today. What do you think, Roars?
I think definitely he's going for it today. I also believe that as hard as it is to pass in this car, I think the passability in this car is a little bit better than the trucks. The trucks just kind of like get to that dead air. Like,
Mm,
I don't know if it's an aerodynamic thing, you know, a truck versus a car or whatever. It just seems like to me, you really got to have a damn one hell of a run, and you know you got enough run to drop down and do a dive bomb, or like you got to have some help at the right time, a push at the right
yeah,
time going into the turn to do a slide job, a
and you got to
slide
be able to
job.
take that push. Yeah, you'll see that a
Yeah,
lot today too, where they're diving to the bottom inside of three, and then sliding up, coming off four up in front of the driver they're passing. All right, row
yeah.
seven,
So
we
I
go.
mean, I I don't know it. I like Kosovar today. I do. I
Yeah,
don't like the number. I like Kosovar today. I thought the number was not what I was anticipating or looking for because I was going to get some. And I was
mm,
like, "Whoa, what is this? We ain't even got a 20-1 out there. Like pre. Nah, I'm good right now, cause he tears up a lot of stuff. I don't want no guy that tears up a lot of stuff at 18 to
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like,
He's gonna mess it up. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna get the nose dirty.
yeah,
All right, row seven, we got Byron 16-1, and we got Kyle Busch 20-1. Kyle Busch in the Cheddar's car. So maybe people trying to win some food this week. Um, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed in Kyle last week. I thought he would be a lot better. Um, that whole thing where he just faded at the end. I know he ended up finishing higher, but just letting off the gas on the last lap kind of doesn't sit well for me wanting to bet him. Um, especially if it's not an outright. If you're betting
I
him
don't
top
know
10,
what's going on over there. Kyle's not happy, and when Kyle's not happy, he's about ready to, you know, just say F it almost at this
yeah,
point. I mean, unfortunately, like, I'm trying to think of somebody to, like, kind of compare him to, and there really isn't nobody to compare him to. He just became unemployed because Grandpa's son needed a ride at the wrong time, and there wasn't anything else out there available. You
yeah,
know,
and
like,
he wouldn't take less. He wanted the same kind of money he was still making. And when
yeah, I
your big
mean,
sponsor leaves, it's kind of hard to make those payments.
I'm not so sure that I would like to see him in a Spire car.
I'm
I'm
pretty
I,
sure we will see that next year.
I'm pretty damn positive that Spire has faster cars than RCR does at this point.
I mean, when you have Hendrick engines, I think that's a
It
big thing.
is. It is.
Speaking of, you ready for the next row? Watch how great this works out. Ready? Row six, Noah Gregson, 85-1, and Daniel Suarez in the 7, 40-1. He's just keeping that ride a little warm for Kyle Busch next season. That's my opinion.
He is. What kind of performance do you expect out of Suarez today? This has kind of been a place that he has tended to be good at and hasn't. I feel like he's
Yeah.
another one of those, like I was talking about Bowman earlier. Seems like if he gets the track position at the right time and then he's up there, tends to hang up there and can win the race.
Yeah, I think it's a big,
I
put up or shut up year for Daniel Suarez. And this is, probably one of the places he needs to do best at and show that he can be up front and run with the big boys. Especially if Hostevar's up front and McDowell's up front and you're not, you can't be lagging behind those two. So I could clearly see him in trouble this year. All right, next row we got row 5. We got Bubba Wallace 25-1 and Josh Berry 40-1. Bubba seems to get up there, but it seems like the other Toyotas don't want to mix it up as much as him. I did notice last week we didn't have the team. I mean, not the team, the manufacturers. All we didn't see all the Fords together, all the Toyotas, all the Chevys. It was quite a mix all day. Even when it came to pitting, we didn't see like 12 Fords come in, 11 Chevys. They came in smaller packs. This track has the dumbest pit road ever, where it starts on the back straightaway and has 2 different pit road speeds. So I'm sure someone's going to get caught speeding today. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the pit road. You got anything on either of those, Roars?
If we didn't have stage cautions, we get to see a big shit show of green flag stops.
Yeah.
I can promise you, once they have to make one of those, it's gonna be fun. Like,
oh yeah,
it's gonna get interesting because
it'll be a wreck. I'm sure someone will spin. I'm sure someone will speed. For those not familiar, I think I don't have it all, right in front of me, but I think it's 90 miles an hour from turn 3 to the beginning of pit road, and then it drops to 50. So you have 2 different chances. You need to have 2 different speeds, 2 different sets of lights. Just not, and they all did that because they're scared that if they pit under green, that they're going to pile it up with someone slowing down in turn 3 or 4.
I mean, it feels like they've gotten a little bit better with it. But what was it was it somebody ran over somebody's ass end, all up in the ass end, or?
I remember Byron and McDowell wrecking going to pit road. I don't know if it was last year or the year before.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was, and then I'm pretty sure
because then they didn't throw a caution.
I'm pretty sure somebody else at least dumped it because they got on the brakes too hard and spun it around down there too.
Row 4, we got Busher 25-1 and Riley Herbst at 125-1. I guess if you want to throw a dart at Riley Herbst, he finished good last week. I think handling will matter more this week, and I don't think he'll be up there. I think Busher, if Ford continues their dominance here, RFK, he should be up there. You like either of these two, Roars?
Busher,
yeah, same here.
I think Busher can be very good today. I know that's who Jessup likes. He keeps having this Busher feeling, he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Row 3. Oh, sorry, guys.
I can see him being up there. Yeah, I mean, I could see him being up there. Just, to me, I don't feel like unless I'm at least getting some 30 or 40-1 value on somebody that I think I want to get, I don't feel like taking anybody because I don't think you're going to get that much worse of a number live. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I got you. And if some of these numbers are wrong, I made the slides last night, so I'm sure some of the numbers might have changed.
I haven't even looked at any of them since like Friday.
These are the best available.
Somebody
so these were
the father-in-law of one of the girls that plays on Tegan's softball teams. Like the coaches, her dad, he likes to gamble, so. He texts me. He's down at the casino in North Carolina or whatever, and he texts me. He took some guys and whatever. So, but yeah, they had some pretty crazy numbers on some stuff down there. It was at the Harris down there, Cherokee or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So row 3, we got Brad 19-1, and we got Zane Smith 66-1. I grabbed Zane earlier in the week at 70-1. like for
That's
25
who I was
bucks.
thinking about grabbing. Like if I do
Okay.
anything, is Zane. Wouldn't that be a Zane day?
It would be. It would be a nice day. Um, maybe Brad wins. We had the Team USA Olympic hockey gold. When I think, USA, America, Kozlowski always pops in my head, because he always grabs that American flag when he wins. Could be a little
Is
narrative there.
Zane is Zane's honey pie there with him? He
I
can't
don't
win
know.
if she ain't there. She's got to be there.
He's got the lucky dog with him from Aaron's this week.
Oh, sweet,
Oh, yeah. He's got the
awesome,
Aaron's paint scheme.
nice.
All
Yeah,
right. Row 2. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 40-1. Chase Elliott, 10-1. Yeah, it's Georgia. So I'm sure Chase Elliott will be a very popular pick today.
yeah. They
Um,
ready to sound off their horn.
the siren.
This siren.
I mean, 10-1 at tracks like this, it's just not for me. It's just not what I do, what I like at Atlanta, Talladega. So I could see you wanting to bet Ricky Stenhouse at 40-1. We're a little higher. He was in contention. I do. He also, when I mentioned about Carson Hocevar just riding in the back last week, and I have some stats on that I'll show at the end here. We'll talk about that. But right now, 41's a little short. I mean, he's not going to have a good pick crew. But again, if he just rides around, they save fuel, he could pop up at the end there. All right, on the front row, due to qualifying rained out and using the metric. Last week's winner, Tyler Reddick at 25-1 and Joey Logano at 10-1. You got anything on either of them, Roars?
I mean, I feel like Logano, can be up there, but I also feel like Logano was a lot better here. I'd have to go back and look at the recent races, but it just feels like he was a little bit better here. When it first got started, it seemed like Ford was better.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. In the last year or so, it seems like he hasn't been quite as good here.
Yeah. Again, it's 10-1. It's just not for me. Maybe if like half the field wrecks out and then you can still get him at 10-1, that's stuff I would like. But
Well, that's what I did the year that he won. I knew that he had the best car. He made it to the end, and I think I ended up getting him maybe at 8-1 or something live.
yeah.
So it was a year when I think Brad finished second to him. I think maybe something like that.
All right. I'm gonna bring up this other thing. I know you can't see right now, Roars, but so this is
I can see.
all right.
I had me off for just a second.
This is from Daytona, and this is where each driver ran most of their laps. The thing that stuck out to me the most is that if you look at Hocevar, he only ran 16.11% of his laps in the top 25. The other driver that was down low like that was Stenhouse, and he only ran about 12% of his laps. And I get this is a little different because I do my numbers different than some other people, but it's interesting to me that they just hung out in the back all day. Their average running position, Stenhouse was 30.7, Hocevar was 28.6, and they were two of the when it came to the end, they were in the best position to win. So I think I don't know if we'll see it today, but like maybe when we get to Talladega, remember that these guys can just ride in the back all day and then just be there at the end. um, Let me see what else we got.
Really, they really need to do something different, whether it's get rid of stages or I don't know. Like,
I wish they would just not throw the caution. Like if they just not, we don't have a scheduled caution. I think that would change a lot.
yeah, yeah. I I don't know it. We got to do something to get them from this dag. I hate stuff like it
Oh,
just takes the the racing out. You got to get it where it penalizes you. If you're going to save gas, you got to make it an advantage for people to not save gas. Like
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue.
All right. If you guys got any comments, fire them away. Any questions? Me and Roars will answer them. Throw them up on the screen. Let me take a look
Is
here. What we got?
what do you I might have missed Ross. I like Ross today.
You like Ross?
Yeah, I got this Ross Chastain type feeling today.
Could be there. Could be there. Let's see.
I
We
just
got some people.
remember a few years ago, I think it was one of the first, it might have been the first damn one here. He uh he was very good, and he made up 2 laps, I think, that year. At one time, came back and then got caught up in some shit again, wrecked. But I don't know. Ross is that type of guy that I like at a place like this that ain't scared to get it dirty and will be aggressive. I don't know what his number is. I know it was decent at the
Let me
beginning
look
of
it
the
up.
week.
It's coming. It's coming. Ross is. Must have missed them. 25-1 is his best odds at DK right now. Looks like Caesars, Bet Rivers have it also.
That's close
Probably like a
enough for
30.
me. Like, I'm sure there's a boost out there on MGM or somewhere that you can almost get him to 30. I mean, that's the type of number, close to number or whatever, on a guy that I'd be looking pre. What's Zane now? Is he like 40 instead of 70?
Zane is. You can still get 65 on Zane at Caesars.
Ooh. Those would be
Uh,
2 guys that I change on coming in, and then I got an option of live if I need to, if I want to.
yeah. Let me see here. Let's go through some comments. Got some people happy for Creed for yesterday, finally ending the streak. That was crazy. Fat boy Sheldon, as Jinx called him, getting the win. Jacob looks like he's on Zane with us. We got Gilly Gang. Briscoe 27 at FanDuel, if anyone's interested in Briscoe. Ryan Helms is looking for Brad K today. Roy, I think he froze. Yeah, he's gone. All right. Boom, boom, going through comments. Bob's pick to win was Busher. There's that one guy that he like tracks Bob now. I'll have to like see how Bob does this year. 18 on Hocevar, I would not bet that. That's pretty short for me, at least. All right. I think that's all the comments and questions we have. Just want to thank everyone for coming today. Like I said, next week we will have a lot more things to talk about. If you're, new and just first week, please, like and subscribe, everything. Give us a share. Let us know. I'm very open to comments. If you want to send me, hey, I like this part, I don't like this part, feel free to send me a message on Twitter. Just trying to have fun doing this. Like I said, next week we'll have more data. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. And good luck to everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. See you next week for Coda. Thanks.